This year's going to be special because I am going to be in the U.S. over Mother's Day, and I thought I would make my mom something nice and hand carry it across to the U.S. And give it to her as a gift. So for this project, I'm going to make her a small box for her glasses or whatever else she wants to use it for. So let's get started. Here I'm just using a homemade jig that has a couple of magnets in it, and it just keeps the saw blade straight so that I get a nice clean cut. To make the hinge, I start by cutting the groove in the door and on the outside wall of the box. I just checked that the dowel was 12 millimeters. My bit is also 12 millimeters, and it's raised up to about just below the radius of the bit, so just below 6 millimeters, and about 9 millimeters away from the fence on my router table. And then I cut the door face down, as you see here, and then I'll cut the wall with the face against the fence, and then you'll see in just a minute how those two things come together. So when I put the wall and the door together with the dowel between them, I should see a very small gap on the inside corner. If there's no gap when I glue that up, then the pieces won't come together tight enough. So you need a little bit of a gap there. For the next step of the hinge, I just create a line along the length of the dowel, and that helps me realign that once I get that into the box for glue up. The next step is to start cutting the hinge pin and getting those dowels to the right length so that they just fit in between the walls of the box from end to end. Now you need to drill a hole in the end of each dowel in order to fit the pin. That allows the dowels to rotate. And getting that pin just in the center of the dowel is super critical. Rob Cosman sells a jig that you can use, a little tool that puts that pin hole in the ends of the dowels. I'll leave a link below for that. I don't have one here, I just created a jig for myself. Next step is to glue up the hinge, and to do this I need to first mark off some areas where I'm going to apply wax. So on the door I mark off every other pin with wax, and on the base, on the wall there, I mark every other pin with wax, and that keeps the glue from migrating in a place where it shouldn't, and then allows the door to rotate properly.